Sounds of the Week on iRadio.
Hakuma is considered to be something that has a heap of resources, a heap of money, and gurush, and imkaniyat. And then people want to take min al-Hakuma. People want to loot. عاوزين يشيلوا من الحكومة. حكومة عنده شعب ما عنده حاجات، شعب فقيرة. حكومة ما ممكن يكون عنده حاجات. Because where else will it get things from? It is from production, من إنتاج. That الحكومة بلغة resources. Because حكومة in and of itself has nothing. A people that is poor has a poor government. A people that is weak has a weak government. These are natural facts. We must produce things. Otherwise we will have no future. والمواطنين ياو ودي أكل الجيش برضو الما في شكله يزرع ونحن نقول لك واجات يا أخي جنجارة بتاعك بقى وسكان أمشي food now. We are going to do this. The only way we can have something is to be strong, and from that strength من الpower ده, from that power we will create إمكانيات بتاعنا ما في حاجة بقى.
Live from Juba, on air and online.
This is iRadio News.
Hello, happy Independence Day. This is iRadio News. First, here are the headlines. President Salva Kiir has called for unity and reconciliation in his message to the nation on the occasion of the 14th Independence Anniversary. And Vice President Dr. Benjamin Bolmel has called on the public to embrace the spirit of a nation that is rising, bold, proud, and full of a promise. And the Ministry of Finance and Planning and Qatar National Bank have agreed to expedite discussion to finalize debt repayment shortly. These stories and more are coming to you in this news bulletin with me, James Atem. Now the news in detail. President Salva Kiir has called for unity and reconciliation in his message to the nation on the occasion of the 14th Independence Anniversary. Kiir, in a statement to the media, expressed gratitude to the people for supporting the government as it implements the peace agreement. The head of state says his administration will uphold ceasefire and complete the unification of forces as required in the 2018 peace agreement. Here is what he said.
And that alone is a victory. We have always been one. We have always been united. And today, I want you to be more united than ever. Do not let anything or anyone divide you again. We must continue to love one another and to respect our cultures, to celebrate our heritage, and to fight for the freedom of every single Junubi. Continue to lead with your hearts. Let us forgive one another. Let us heal the past. The past has wounded us, but it must not be repeated. Together we can be the future that we deserve. South Sudan is a country of peace. The people of South Sudan are the most welcoming people in the world. Peace is and will always be our foundation. I keep my promise to you. My government is committed to full ceasefire across the country. No gun shall silence the voice of peace. We will continue to secure the communities and protect every citizen, regardless of where they live. Our people deserve to sleep without fear.
South Sudan became the world's newest country on 9th July 2011 following decades of conflict with Sudan. On that historic day, thousands took to the streets of Juba and other towns waving flags and chanting freedom. However, years of conflict and instability have seen dampened the celebratory spirit, with National Independence Day celebration largely subdued in the capital in recent years. The celebration is muted in Juba as has been the case in previous years following the outbreak of civil war. In 2022, government spokesperson and Minister of Information and Communication, Michael McQuailworth, announced the government would not hold any public gatherings to celebrate Independence Day, citing a lack of funds. Vice President Dr. Benjamin Bolmel has called on the public to embrace the spirit of a nation that is rising, bold, proud, and full of promise. In his Independence Day message, Dr. Benjamin Bolmel, who is also the chair of the economic cluster, says the flag of South Sudan is flying high as a proud salute to the courage, patriotism, and unity of the people. He said, and I quote, "We honor Dr. John Garang Dimabur, His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit, and all the freedom heroes and heroines whose sacrifice won us the right to call this land our own." End quote. Dr. Bol described the journey of the South Sudanese people as not easy, but said they are a resilient people. He added that from the banks of the Nile to every village across the country, the drums of hope should beat louder. You're listening to iRadio News. The Ministry of Finance and Planning and Qatar National Bank have agreed to expedite discussions to finalize debt repayment shortly. This followed a virtual meeting between the Minister of Finance, Marial Dogrin Ater, and officials from Qatar National Bank on Tuesday. In a post on the ministry's official social media page, both parties reaffirmed their shared commitment to an amicable resolution grounded in the long-standing partnership and economic cooperation between Juba and Doha. Minister Dogrin said, and I quote, "We are encouraged by the collaborative spirit demonstrated by all parties during today's meeting. The government remains fully dedicated to resolving this matter through continued and effective engagement with QNB. Our focus is on reaching a mutually agreeable settlement that strengthens this vital partnership." End quote. The finance minister expressed the government's commitment to sustainable debt servicing and reinforced confidence in South Sudan financial management system. Minister Dogrin also reiterated the government's commitment to transparent, responsible fiscal policy as of its debt resolution effort to stabilize the economy through accountable and transparent practices. You're listening to iRadio News. The Executive Secretary of the Regional Bloc, IGAD, has described the 14th anniversary of South Sudan's independence as a testament to the strength and determination of proud people. Dr. Wakne Gebeyeho, in a statement extended to the government and the people of South Sudan, with an emphasis on the nation's resilience and enduring hope. He said, and I quote, "This day stands as a testament to the strength and determination of proud people," end quote. Dr. Wakne also reiterated IGAD's commitment to supporting South Sudan on its journey toward peace, unity, and development through the full implementation of the revitalized peace agreement. He said the regional bloc stands in solidarity with South Sudan as the country marks its independence anniversary. Some members of the public have expressed mixed feelings about the celebration of Independence Day, describing it as an incomplete independence. According to callers on iRadio's morning show from different parts of the country, they argued that independence cannot be considered complete while the nation remains heavily dependent on other countries for basic needs such as food, education, and healthcare, among others. Meanwhile, others called for remembering the legacy of the nation's founding leader. Dr. John Garang encouraged unity in addressing the ongoing economic challenges. Their concerns come as the country marks its 14th independence anniversary today. They shared their views on iRadio show this morning.
الاستغلال لا يعني رفع العلم او استغلال السياسي. ما زال جنوب السودان يعني حتى الان ما مستغلا في جميع النواحي. نحن اولا ما زلنا نسوي كل ما ناكله من يوغندا، فده يعتبر ذاته يعني استغلال ناقص. اذا نحن ما قاعدين ننتج ما ناكله من الداخل هنا، استغلال بتاعنا ناقص.
هنا دايرين استغلال بتاعنا بدون مشاكل يا اخوي. دائما ربنا ادانا حق بتاعنا وشعب كان صبر، ونحن هاي الشهداء بتاعنا كل العناصر ودكتور جون قال رجل بطل، رجل مفكر بتاع سلام وبهمه وطنيه، وادى رساله تماما لاخوه جيشوا في اول كيف كيف مجال طبعا لا يصير لا يصير لا يصير ما له جون قال لا يصير هذا بورنو ما يصير كان طبعا ابغى يصير لنا جماعه dia mudia sulle misle alana bala ba ngum fuku bertara ngum sure timsal ta galengara ba ai lora bigaje lo bidana ya ana lakina to full bije lesion ya jama ana binna bete filu ti tedo ni na tefilu pizaba ya jama.
You're listening to iRadio News, and now before the regional and international news. Authorities in Rajah County, Western Bahr Ghazali State say the area will host 3 days of celebrations to mark South Sudan's 14th independence anniversary for the first official commemoration in a decade. This is according to the County Commissioner, Addison Arcangelo. He said that despite the economic challenges facing the country and the hardships in Rajah County, authorities and local communities have mobilized enough resources to organize the celebrations. Arcangelo explained that the area has not witnessed any official independence celebration for the past 10 years. He said the 3-day celebration will include political speeches on the first day, sport activities on the second day, and cultural performances on the third day. Commissioner Arcangelo spoke to iRadio from Rajab this morning.
علينا كحكومة المقاطعة هنا قلنا السنة ده لازم نحتفل بمناسبة مرور 14 سنة من تأسيس الدولة بتاعنا، وده فخر لنا كبير كل الجنوبيين ان احنا نحتفل باليوم التاريخي ده. عشان كده هنا في مقاطعة راجع عندنا طعم خاص للاحتفال ده، ويمكن مقاطعة راجع في الفترة بتاع الحرب الأهلية عنده ما يقارب 9 سنة ولا 10 سنة نحن ما احتفلنا بالعيد ده. عشان كده هنا خصصنا يوم بتاع الليلة يكون يوم خاص لكل الشعب بتاع راجع، كل الشعب بتاع جنوب السودان الموجود في راجع هنا، وعلينا نحتفل مع بعض. والاحتفال بتاعنا بيتخلل برامج كثيره وبيستمر لمده 3 ايام. واليوم الاول طبعا اليوم الرسمي للاستقلال اللي هو يوم 9/7 كلنا نعمله يكون يوم الرسمي بتاع الحكومه، يكون فيه وهو الخطاب السياسي بتاعنا في المقاطعه، والرسائل بتاع السلام، الرسائل بتاع الزراعه، الرسائل بتاع التعليم. اليوم الثاني بيكون يوم رياضي. اليوم الثالث وده يوم الختامي بيكون فقط للرقصات الشعبيه بتاعنا.
In his message to the public, Commissioner Arcangelo asked the people of Rajah County to promote peace and unity.
الاستغلال لا يعني رفع العلم او استغلال السياسي. ما زال جنوب السودان يعني حتى الان ما مستغلا في جميع النواحي. نحن اولا ما زلنا نسوي كل ما ناكله من يوغندا، فده يعتبر ذاته يعني استغلال ناقص. اذا نحن ما قاعدين ننتج ما ناكله من الداخل هنا، استغلال بتاعنا ناقص.
هنا دايرين استغلال بتاعنا بدون مشاكل يا اخوي. دائما ربنا ادانا حق بتاعنا.
Sorry for the wrong clip. You're listening to iRadio News, and now to the regional and international news. The number of people killed in Monday's anti-government protest in Kenya has risen to 31. The country's Human Rights Commission said is sparking public outrage and calls for justice. The state-run commission previously said that 11 people had died. More than 100 people were injured and about 532 arrested in the protests which hit the capital Nairobi and other cities, said the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. The UN said it was deeply troubled by the killings and criticized the Kenyan police for using lethal ammunition against protesters. Elsewhere, the United States has announced a sweeping changes to its non-migrant visa policy for Nigeria, cutting the duration and conditions under which most Nigerian travelers can enter the country. As of July 8th, the U.S. Department of State says nearly all non-immigrant and non-diplomatic visas issued to Nigerian citizens will now be single entry and valid for only 3 months. It said this is part of a global realignment and a sharp shift from previous visa terms, which often allowed for multiple entries over 2 years or more. Nigeria also offers single entry visas valid for the 3 months only for those planning to visit the country from the US. And finally, the negotiations between Israel and Hamas in Qatar are on a new Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal have stalled after 3 days of indirect talks, a Palestinian official has told the BBC. The official said key sticking points include how aid would be distributed and the ceasefire and Israeli troops withdrawals. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is visiting the US and hopes of a deal had been raised as he had an scheduled second meeting with President Donald Trump on Tuesday. You're listening to iRadio News, and now to end this bulletin, here are the headlines once again. President Salva Kiir Mayardis has called for unity and reconciliation in his message to the nation on the occasion of the 14th anniversary of the Independence Day. Vice President Dr. Benjamin Bolmel has called on the public to embrace the spirit of a nation that is rising, bold, proud, and full of promise. And the Ministry of Finance and Planning and Qatar National Bank have agreed to expedite discussions to finalize debt repayment shortly. That is the end of iRadio News. If there is a story or an event you would like iRadio to cover or report about, please send us a text message on +211 925 287 870. It's also our WhatsApp number. Follow us on X at iRadio Juba. Like our Facebook page, iRadio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at iRadio South Sudan. You can also visit our website and listen to us online at www.iradio.org. Stay tuned for news in Arabic at 1:30. I am James Atem. I wish you a happy Independence Day. Thanks for listening.